What's happening? You jumping out the porch with Fat Man Key?
So welcome to Off the Porch, bro.
What's happening?
What's going on? So let's talk about first thing first, going to Asia. It's your first time going out there?
Yeah, this is my first time going overseas.
Word.
I'm going to, yeah, I was about to say I'm going tomorrow, but I don't know what's going to come out with yet.
Right.
I'm going to Thailand and Japan, and I'm about to do some shows in China.
Did you ever think like your music would take you like globally?
I know my music already over the whole world, but me going, nah. I always thought like I wouldn't be able to travel because like, you know, but I'm good.
Why you didn't think you would like always be able to travel like?
Cause I just heard there's be like a lot of if you get in trouble or if you this type of nigga, they won't let you go somewhere.
So you just recently dropped So Emotional. What can you tell us about like the inspiration behind the EP?
So Emotional was supposed to be like, well, I did like a EP a long time ago called Fiance. So I kind of like, it was supposed to be like a follow up to that, but then it kind of turned to like, well, this shit sounds too good. So it's more so like a singy song version of me. So, I mean, that's what I expected it to make. So I made that So Emotional, and I got another project about to come out, which is the complete opposite. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like singing key and non-singing key, simple as that.
All right. Did you want to like go personal with it? Because like the first track of the EP is called Motherless Child. Like what did you want fans to take from opening up like that? Like you grew up without your mom.
So Emotional was supposed to be personal, and like all the songs were supposed to be like thrown together like different parts of times. Like Motherless Child, I think me and Benny made that song like 4 or 5 years ago. So we put it on there because that's how it is personal. I think all my music is personal though. But I did want to start the story off by saying like, you know, like I am kind of like a fucked up person, so here it go. But I think all my music is personal. I don't make no songs and it'll be pointless.
What can you tell us about your
mom? I mean, my mother was 5. I got 2 mothers. I got a stepmother too though. So one is here, one is not. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't really want to dwell into it. I don't know. My mother was a gangster.
Right. Yeah. So you dropped the Fall Hard music video. What was the inspiration behind that? One of the lead singles from So Emotional.
We wanted to do like a kind of like a retro Harlem scene. We went up to New York. We shot 2 videos. We shot Y2 up there. We gonna release that soon. But we just wanted to go into Harlem, like make like not like in a paid in full way, just like in a different type of light, like you know, can't go time. We was smack dead in the middle of the hood, so that's what made it fun too.
So what came from the inspiration from Hard Soft? Like the EP is called So Emotional, but Hard Soft is like a completely like different tone of song.
Yeah, I felt like because it was still me being emotional too. Hard Soft like is like how you say, like me throwing a tantrum. Like every other song I'm like whining and shit, but this song I'm finna throw a tantrum real quick. That's how I kind of like threw that in the middle of it. And it's kind of a taste to come on what's gonna come on the next project is why we put that on there too.
So then you mentioned Fiance.
Yeah.
Like you can hear the similarities because like jumping out the window, it like kind of, you know what I'm saying, got the same sound from back then as it does now. Did you ever think like you'll like get recognition off a pop record? I mean like an R&B record, I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know. I always made music like that. I never like switched my sound over to say that I'm finna go sound like this. It's always, when I came out the gate, I was trying to sing and I just wanted it to be different, so I ain't really say it's gonna be pop. But I'm glad that people like my shit though.
Word. So how was this different from working on 777 with Kenny Beats?
777 was more locked in with one person and one time, like just more focused in on one person. To this project, like I said, there was just me throwing music around, trying to see how I can make some sound based off of time periods of my life. Because them songs was from different time periods. It wasn't all just I sat down and made one project.
Do you feel like 777 got the recognition it deserved?
Yes and no, and people still figure out about it every day. My bank account says it's doing great.
So, tell us more about that project, because that's like almost, in my opinion, like one of the best key projects ever. You feel
I
me?
think that's the most polished key project, like the most like clear. Me and Kenny, like, I mean, the story goes like, you know, I jumped out to a Rocky, and then when I jumped out tour, I just had this vision for myself, like, oh man, I gotta be big as how I just saw myself on tour. So let me go I went to Kenny. I'm like, let me go to this nigga who already got this professional sound, and we sat down and we just made that. This shit was just perfect though, cause like he a perfectionist, like he a producer, like and he an engineer, and he's everything music. So I was just in the right place at the right time.
Word. So when you approached him with the project, he was just immediately on board?
He had already been talking about how we wanted to work, and we had just been making like little one-off singles and shit. But right when we made the first song, we was like, bro, I ain't going nowhere. I'm about to just stay here for the next. I was in LA, so I was like, I'm about to just stay here for 4 days. So I locked in for the whole week with him right then and there. And we did the project in a week.
Word, the whole project. That's crazy. So what was like the best session from like coming from 777? Like what was your favorite? Yeah, your favorite song?
That whole week.
The whole week. Every day
that week was a blur, bro. I don't even, like, I just wake up every morning, go to the studio until I crash, until I get fucked up, and then do it every day until I went back home. So that whole thing was like every session was fire, because I go in there and do something, and then be like, damn, I'm too fucked up, it don't sound right. Let me come back tomorrow when I'm a little sober, and I'll come back in. So every day I was kind of like finishing up and touching up on other shit too. So it was like one big session.
So what's going to be different from So Emotional to the next project? You mentioned how So Emotional, you was like whining. So what do you want to take?
This one I ain't whining. This one I'm being unapologetic. Like, like basically like fuck it. Like if I was upset or if something bothered me, it's just like basically like fuck that shit. So it's called Unemotionally Available. So it's just like, it is just a play on words, but it's just like this one, it ain't emotional at all. Like it's more so about give me, and that's what time it is right now.
Raw.
Yeah.
When can we expect that project?
Next month when we get back from Asia, we're gonna drop it. It's done right now.
How many tracks on it?
About 12.
Features?
Yeah, we working on that now too. I know I've been holding out on features, but we about to get it right now.
You want to give any names, or you just want to keep it private to them?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it private.
All right. So my key point of this interview is, why do you feel you're so underrated?
Underrated, or am I underpaid?
Which one?
Underrated? I don't think I'm underrated. I think everybody knows that who I am and what I'm capable of doing. People waiting on me for me to be successful. That's something that's personal, like, you know. They just waiting on me to be me. So it's just like, it's about what I want and when I want to do shit. So, and then right now is the time where I want to do shit. So ever since from 777 up until now, I have been taking my shit more serious. But back in the day, I wasn't so much as just like waiting for a situation that I wanted. I was just kind of waiting on myself to be more organized, because I felt like I wasn't in the right mindset to be super successful.
So about that, because you were in 29, and then like what age were you in 29?
Like 18.
Like 18, like 18, teenage years, and you didn't sign a deal then.
Yeah.
At a young age, you know what I'm saying, that's rare for kids to be like, just turn down deals. So what, you know what I'm saying, motivated you to be like, nah,
I was feeling myself too though, because it was like we was getting offers, I was getting offers on my own, but it was just coming from every direction. So I just felt like I'm not gonna throw all my eggs in one basket when I see all what's going on. And I mean, that's basically how I go. I wouldn't change nothing coming to date now. Like I wouldn't go back and be like, damn, I should have did that. I don't think like that.
Right. So tell us more about 29. Like, how did you meet Curtis?
I met Curtis in my neighborhood when I was a child, like when I was like 10, 11. And then, but growing up, when we made 29, it was just like, we was going through this phase where I was like, we was coming from this little boutique, and they had their own thing going on. So that was kind of like becoming my dream, like have my own conglomerate store, whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm going through all these little names and different type of crews and trying to build one up. So then I had like some shit called Pilot Music, and then Curtis had some shit, and then we kind of like, it was the day when I was like, bro, I want to rap, bro. I want to make music or something. So we kind of just took that idea, and I made 29, and I had went up to, it was another boutique downtown that was ran by some older niggas, and I was just telling them, because I knew them, because all their kids went to school with me. And then so I'm like, yeah, I want to rap. I don't want to just be on no play shit though. And I knew these niggas had money, but the nigga introduced me right then to Reese, because Reese was sitting right there, and I guess Reese was like a skater or some shit, like, and he was already popular. He had all these brands, so he kind of just like, Reese literally took me in his car right then and there and took me to go meet a nigga who had a studio, and I met Jace, and I met Siege, and I met all in the same day. So that shit just turned out good. And Fat Kids, I had went to one of their shows, because they from the East, so I had went to a show that my homeboy Reggie Bishop had through at CERT. And then we went in there and I seen them and I'm like, them niggas hard. And I like introduced myself and kind of like, the world's so small, we already knew about who each other was. So I brought them on. This is all in the same 2 days. So then right then, that shit started rocking and rolling. We got shows and everything the same week.
So y'all just formed 2-9 right then and there?
Yeah.
So what was like the vision for the group?
Just like a conglomerate. It wasn't like ASAP came out like the same year we came out. So it wasn't like our Future probably came out the same year we came out too. So it wasn't like we wanted to be like that. I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas probably on some like, well, we gonna be like a Georgia Wu-Tang or some shit like that. That's how niggas wanted to be.
So around that 2-9 time, you had met Sonny Digital too?
I met Sonny when I was like 13, 14 years old.
Right, and he pushed you to start rapping?
Yeah, I made my first song in his house.
At 13, 14 years old? So what did Sonny say like put you down? Like
he ain't really. I was already making beats, and there wasn't nobody at the studio.
Word.
So I'm like, I'm about to rap. Sonny rap too, right then. It wasn't like no time difference where Sonny switched over to be a rapper. It's just we was already doing both.
Right.
So it was just like, when nobody at the studio, shit, we gonna make a song.
Right. Because when Sonny was here, we had chopped it up with him too. Like, man, we had mentioned you like key. Like, why don't he get the recognition? You know what I'm saying? He deserves.
I watched the interview.
Word. Fucked with it.
Yeah, it was long. Somebody commented, was like, Sonny just did a whole interview about you.
But nah, it was cause we was talking about like your artistry and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that shit is not. It's real.
Yeah, Sonny helped create who I am. Like no ifs, ands, or buts, just like how he do with everybody else. But I was with him from day one of my career, even up until now.
So do y'all feel like y'all still on the up and up? Y'all ain't peaked. In my opinion, y'all ain't peaked yet.
Nah, I ain't did nothing yet. I feel like I'm gonna be a whole different type of nigga. I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be one of the Motown greatest type niggas.
Word. So all this in Atlanta. We talking about all this happening in Atlanta.
After 2-9, it was another little thing where I made called Over There Gang, and it was like a kind of a weirder bunch with this kid named Snub Nose, and it was Fat Kids, and it's my friend Damien. And Snub Nose, that nigga's super fire, super rare. Then after that, what happened after that? I want to say after that was probably the time I started fucking around with like Maco and them. All these is just like different. Like I took the blueprint from 2-9 and just kept on going and going and going and going. It's still up until this day. Like even to this day now, I got a group of people around me, a whole new group of artists. But that's like I said, that done turned into my job now too.
Right. So you mentioned Maco.
Yeah.
How did y'all two come together and just make like one of the biggest viral hits? You guessed it.
He was friend. He had that song. He invited me to the studio. Then he showed me the song, and was like, "Can you come do the song?" And he bribed me with something. It was something probably like drugs, girls, or something. He did something to make me go because that nigga lived on the south side. So we went over there. He showed me the song, and I'm like, "Oh, this song gonna go." I already know. So I just got on the song instantly. But then right when we was doing it, we was like, "Man, we might as well make a tape because I know this motherfucker gonna go crazy." And then I made Bitch You Guessed It the same day I made Give Him Hell the same day we made Bitch You Guessed It, and I made that from scratch. So right when I made that song, it was kind of like, bro, we might as well just drop all this shit together. So we dropped that project. Then the day we had to drop the project, that nigga had got the big superstar head, so I just let him go be a superstar.
So you made You Guessed It first before y'all started the Give Him Hell series?
Yeah. Bitch You Guessed It, he had that song done already. When I walked in the studio, he had that shit done already.
Right. So then y'all came together and made the Give Him Hell.
I made Give Him Hell immediately after I told Brandon I wanted a beat like Bitch You Guessed It, like on that same caliber, and he made the beat for me. And then Maco and Manman was in there trying to fight to get on the song, and I'm like, nah, bro, this is me, bro.
Right. So then, how did Manman Savage come to be on the Give Him Hell too? How did y'all come together?
Manman, that's my brother. Like I've been with Manman since I was like 17, 18, 16. He was probably like 13. Manman good friends with my little brother and another nigga that I grew up with named Sage. Sage locked up, but it was like they was like a little musketeer team. But Manman was with me from the get go. So by the time we was going to Manman to Maco, that's just we was already who we was by then. But him being on the Give Him Hell too was like, because it was supposed to be a series that I wanted to do. Give Him Hell was supposed to be a series like where I wanted to do a project with Maco and then up and coming niggas like, then I wanted to do one with so-and-so and then so-and-so and then so-and-so. It was supposed to always change.
So all this is like Atlanta. Like you mentioned like being everywhere from the south side to the west side. So what part of Atlanta are you really from?
I'm from Memorial Drive.
Word. East side, that's the east side, just let everybody know.
I'm from Memorial Drive. I'm from East Atlanta. I'm from McPherson all the way down. I done went all the way through up 78.
Word.
I done moved from Fifth Avenue all the way to Snellville, Georgia.
So what you feel, what's changed over the city in like the past 10 years?
What's changed?
Yeah.
I don't think nothing bad has changed. Like it's more shit to do. It's more. It ain't nothing but straight music. It's like Black Hollywood now. Like I don't really think nothing has changed. I think we changed. I think we getting older now, so we get to experience what was already here.
Right. So with that being said, like, you know what I'm saying, you experienced everything that was here. What do you feel the city taught you as a whole individual, music-wise, and like just
that I'm a star, like the shit, everything always going here. So you know, everybody trying to stand out. So you don't really necessarily try to stand out, but if you do happen to stand out, then you a star.
Right.
So I appreciate my city for making a nigga like me though.
Right. So like you feel like you a star, so it's easy to recognize other stars because you done did it so many times.
Yeah, you gonna recognize that. Like I said, niggas be sitting in the room, you can feel all the energy in the room. So you know, that ain't that. There's so many stars walking around in Atlanta, and people coming here to be stars. That's why I say it's like Hollywood. Like people go to Hollywood to become somebody. That's what they do in Atlanta right now.
So when, like around 2017 is early Carti, did you know that he would be a star then?
Yeah, when I first met Carti, I already knew who he was.
Right. How did you meet Carti?
Carti ran up on me somewhere. When he was young, came up on me. He was just telling me he was a fan and I was his favorite rapper and all of that. But then we just started kicking it over time, and then Ian, like when Ian was putting his foot down on like trying to make him go. We was all in the same boat. That's all the same time as like 21 and all that. We was all running in this pack, like you know, on the low, like Makonnen and everybody. So it was just like a scene per se.
So how did you meet 21?
I went to school with him. I went to middle school with him. But that's when I initially met him. But when I met him about music, it was years later. Like I seen from the gap from us going to school and him making music, I used to see him in the club at Obsessions all the time. And that's when I kind of like ran back into him like, oh, I went to school with him. But then we had mutual friends. Like Manman with him was like mutual partners. So I think like the day he got shot, I seen like on the internet, I was like, damn, bro got shot. And I looked and showed Manman, he's like, oh yeah, bro got shot. I know him. And I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. And I just went back and I just started going through his shit and I'm just seeing like he got this team, he already got a movement. I'm like, he make music. And he like, yeah. So I seen the music and I just basically, I hit him up like, bro, when you get back right, let's go make some music. And that's how that started right there.
So then at that point, like when he started making music, like when you visualize him in the studio, did you like see it?
No, I already knew that nigga was a superstar. He had a video and everything. Like, he had I forget what song that was, but it was all black. He had a video and I seen the video when I started looking at it. I'm like, oh, this nigga's a superstar. Then he showed me Picky and I'm like, oh, he ain't even really too much that he need to do. Yeah, but just be around the right folks.
Picky was good for the streets. That did the streets crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
So then around that time, like he had started dropping the shit. Like how is it like inspiring is like to see where he is now?
It's super inspiring. This shit made me. I mean, if I didn't meet nobody like that, I wouldn't continue to do what I'm doing. Like I would have thought I was just some nigga being stuck, but that shit is great. That's what every nigga wants. So I don't know. That shit was super. It was his whole thing to me was inspirational to me because I ain't like just to see somebody else like damn like his ambition right there gonna make me go crazy like that. I fuck with that.
So how did you come in contact with Post Malone? Because at the same time, that's another person that just dropped.
First from FKI.
Yeah.
First me and First is another one of the person like Sonny like First been in my whole career too, and he a producer as well. Me First and Sonny like that whole era that's their era like you know like that Rax era, that Travis Porter era. So I was with them. So I went to LA and I ran into, he took me to some mansion and Post was in there recording for like a month already. And he just showed me White Iverson. The first day I met Post is when he showed me White Iverson, and I'm like, bro, you need to drop this shit. So I was like, make a cover art because he was doing all his shit, but they posted that shit on my not my SoundCloud, on my Instagram though. And that's when I was like, damn, bro, I got Matt Miller, all these niggas who I ain't never talked to, ask me who the fuck is this? Like, who is this about to be? They was talking about Post.
So, same thing happened with Makonnen. Was the story different? Like, how did you meet
Makonnen was a rare nigga already too, and Makonnen kind of like was different because Mike Will introduced us. Whacking with Makonnen was super weird, like making little videos on that blog site that they had. He had like this weird ass blog, like ILP.com. You remember that? And he was making weird ass videos. But when I met Mike, I met Makonnen. But Makonnen already knew what he was doing. Makonnen older too, so he already knew what he was gonna do. But Makonnen had that summer on lock too. Like Makonnen had, like when we did Risk, he knew Father and them already, and he knew who I was, and he brought them worlds together. It wasn't like we was all friends and shit, cause I didn't know them from nothing.
So Makonnen introduced you to Father.
Yeah, like, and they already had Risk ready. Like they had the beat and the hook ready. Like we just rapped on it and we shot the video immediately right then.
The same day y'all shot it.
Yeah.
So the initial video.
That's why nobody rapping the lyrics, cause don't nobody know the lyrics.
Word. Cause I thought that was just like.
It was a thing, but it was just like we got to make it a thing.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. So that was like the same. Like, okay, Makonnen called you over to get on the song.
Yeah, Makonnen was like, "Yo, come do the song. I need you to get on this song." I had went over to their house like a week before for a barbecue. Random as hell. It was drugs and shit over there. Like, so we'll go over there. So then Makonnen called back like, "Come get on this song. Come get on the song." I just got on the song. We shot the video and that was it. I mean, I think we dropped that video next week. That shit started going.
It's crazy.
But we had this format. That whole summer was crazy because we had this format because during Give 'Em Hell, while we were still doing it, we was doing shows for Give 'Em Hell already. So we'll be like, we doing free shows every weekend. We doing something. We doing something. So when we made Risk, one of the shows that we had, we'll just bring off over because we doing some party and we had like department stores, so we could perform. We'll leave the studio and go perform the song the same night.
Yeah, crazy. So with all you like the Give 'Em Hell series, right? You got this where you do like mixtape with different artists. Do you think you got a potential artist in mind you'll do Give 'Em Hell 3 with?
I got a collab project that's about to come out. They just got different names.
Right. Speaking of one, what happened to the collab project with you and Yachty?
Oh, that's still, that could be in the works at any time. I talk to Yachty every day. Yachty working on his album right now, and Yachty's actually making me rap harder right now, so.
Right.
So I'm waiting.
He a good A&R for the city too, though. Yachty, he catches a lot of talent too.
Yeah, not for sure.
So I feel like I like that because like Yachty, like somebody I like he catch talent too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you another person that catch talent too.
Yeah.
So it's like with him putting the pressure on you, what does that feel like?
Nothing. It feel good. I mean, I don't know. I like being encouraged. I don't know. I'm thankful, but he do like Bird be sending me music every day, and I'm like, God damn, you motherfucker! I gotta kill you. So that's encouraging to me. But yeah, that shit make me go harder. So I guess when niggas can feel like they peak with that shit, then we'll do something. But we probably got a bunch of shit in the cut. And we got a bunch of shit that we probably send back and forth, but I ain't really thinking about doing no project with Yachty unless I produce it. That's what I wanted to do for Yachty. I wanted to produce a whole project for him. I didn't necessarily want to rap on it.
Right, isn't there a project with him rapping over all your old production?
Yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't give him the beats.
He just jacking. Another collab project. You got a project with R&B singer Drum. What's up with the Fat Baby project?
Oh, that shit in my phone. I don't know.
Lil Slow.O. What's up with Lil Slow.O?
Lil Slow, that shit in my phone too. That shit in my Dropbox. I got like 4 projects in my Dropbox.
What about Screaming Dreams?
Screaming Dreams. I remade it, but the one that dropped, it kind of got lost in translation, and then I remade like a new thing for it. But I think I changed the name of Screaming Dreams. I think I don't know if I dropped the project yet. But I think I changed the name of it already. I got over the name because we had dropped something already and it did good. Like with 50 round drum and all of that shit. Basically, that is Screaming Dreams to me.
Word. But Hell Yeah and all that.
Yeah, that little EP.
Word. So another project that before I Scream, bro, what do you feel that project got the recognition it deserved? Because I feel like when that project dropped, I thought, oh shit, Key out of here, dog. Like,
I dropped them shits on SoundCloud. I wasn't trying to like. I was trying to get my SoundCloud money.
Right. That's just it.
Yeah, like that shit was supposed to be like, I threw that shit together, just threw it together like, damn, I gotta hold people over because everybody keep asking me about Screaming Dreams. So I just threw that shit out. I wasn't even like, I didn't think like people was gonna think it was like super incredible. But I mean, I just know that people listen to it. That's all I do know. I don't even know the feedback from it.
It's like a lot of people saying it's like one of the hardest projects. Like it's crazy hard.
I see Take K like it. That's the last time I heard about it.
Come on, you gotta like. So you think you ever put it onto like streaming services?
I mean, I think we plan on doing that for all my music. That's why I don't really be using SoundCloud right now. We about to take all the old shit and put it back out.
Okay. So, like, what you got? You mentioned how you got a lot of projects. Like, what other projects you got in the stash? We know we got 777 Volume 2.
That ain't in the stats. That's for the labels.
Word.
I don't know. Shit, you already just said it a bunch of them. I really don't want to keep giving shit. I don't want people to be surprised, and I don't want nobody waiting on something that I might do. I want to be creative as possible, so I don't want nobody to limit me.
So it's a lot of young talent in the city right now. You're a good A&R in the city, like a good credible source. Who you got your eyes on? We already know Bear One Boss out of here though.
Bear One Boss is my number one for Atlanta.
Yeah, Bear One crazy right now.
That's my number one in Atlanta right now. Free my nigga Sonny Lico. I thought Lico was gonna he unfortunately he in prison right now. But that was like them was my bread and butters right there. But Atlanta is Bear One Boss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bear One crazy. Bear One.
But in outside of Atlanta, I fuck with K Sachi, Quadi Diesel. And even in Atlanta too, I fuck with the Jurassic Park niggas with Guala, Black Guala, Smoke Chino, Slime Cito.
Slime Cito.
All them niggas.
You ever you can see yourself working with Slime Cito?
Yeah.
Y'all got something in the stash knowing you probably got already.
Not in the stash, but we about to work though.
Word. Okay.
Me and Guala been in the studio.
I had watched the interview the other day. I had noticed that you're not signed. It's just a management deal. That's kind of fire. Like, how does it feel like to have Rocky in your corner, just like solely in your corner and not trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Same thing. Like that's just great encouragement for me. I need shit like that because I don't know. I got other management now. I don't really want to talk about my business. I gotta get my money.
Right. So what's your
shout out to Flacco, man. I'm glad he home though, by the way.
Yeah. So what's your relationship with Rocky?
That's my brother.
Right. Have you talked to him since he been back home?
On the FaceTime. Them niggas is going around doing what they doing.
Right.
They going around being rock stars right now.
Right.
Like the niggas just served a 10-year bid.
How did it feel to like, what was your reaction when you first heard that he got incarcerated overseas in Sweden?
I ain't gonna hold you. I already knew that it couldn't have been that long because I got locked up in Canada. So I know the process, and if you ain't from there, they want your ass to get back home. So I mean, that shit just looked good for the TV, but I mean, I'm glad it wasn't nothing serious.
Right.
But that shit did look good. Shit, drop an album right now, man. That's what I would do.
All right, so is there another Cozy Taste in the works?
Oh, I think it's done already.
All right, how many you got on there?
I got a lot of music over there, so I ain't no telling. I got a lot of music with Skepta I did while I was over there, so I don't know. Right. We got some fire over there though.
Right.
So I got a lot of shit with Addy, 12. It's a lot of music, so that's a process that they do.
Speaking of a lot of compilation albums, you were recently on Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers 3. How was it like? How were those studio sessions?
I went twice and I was fucked up every single time. That's why I feel like the part of the song was it's short as fuck. I think I went in that bitch and started rapping and left, bro. So I'm very blessed. I'm happy. This shit was overwhelming for me, but it was fun. Like I got to see every nigga I needed to see for real quick. Every producer in the world was in there.
You got to chop it up with Cole?
With who?
With J.Cole.
J.Cole walked straight past me. That nigga sat in front of me, listened to my shit. That nigga went like this, got up and walked out, and I left him. But appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
So which one song was that? The song with you and Maco?
With Maxo Cream.
Yeah, Maxo Cream, my bad.
He wasn't even there. It was originally me, Buddy, and Jid on the song. And then I think I probably did something else with Jid, but Jid probably put that shit in his pocket.
Right. Shit. So what's next? What's next besides the?
Right now, I'm just trying to solidify myself so I can drop a major project that's on major scales. I want to be on the radio.
Right.
I'm ready to chart. I'm trying to just make sure my music is suitable for everybody. I'm gonna continue to be a rock star.
Right.
And that's it. Right. I got more production coming out. I just jumped back on doing that type of shit. And we got more fashion coming out. We got more money coming out.
Right. What fashion you want to talk about? You want to go ahead and plug everybody in? You don't want to plug everybody in?
We don't got to. They can jump on my grandma. I don't need that. You can go get that When Smoke Clears, though, because that shit for sale. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, everything is under wraps.
Tell us about When the Smoke Clears.
It's When Smoke Clears. It's a brand. I just need niggas to go tap in.
Go tap in. Go get plugged in. Go get that.
You feel me?
Shit.
Nice shoes. You feel me? These are. Yeah, these them. But what? Remember, bro.
I was finna
But
say
yeah, that's
so.
it, man. Project coming out September. I want to say September, October at the latest. And that's it. I got another album after that, but I don't want to talk about it yet.
Word. That's
Oh,
fine.
we're going on tour too when we get back September.
In America. It's gonna be in Atlanta date.
We got 2 Atlanta days because I'm doing one music fest too.
Yeah. How does that feel?
I think that's some shit my mama and them will go to. So I'm gonna be out there bitch jumping on old hoes. I'm a stage dive on the smart auntie. Nah, I can't wait. That shit gonna be fun. That's some shit that you hear about on the radio, so I'm kind of, I'm on it.
Uncle Nim started
I'm mad that my name ain't on the radio and on the TV. Though. One music fest. They'll be like, damn, bro, they about to say my name. They gonna say nothing.
Have Uncle Nim start a mosh pit. Open up that mosh pit.
Right, they gonna be smoking cigarettes. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Shit.
That's it. Atlanta date, September. They coming soon. Asia. Tomorrow, I got a 24-hour flight.
Word. You prepared for it?
Nope.
Damn.
I ain't did a Xanax in years.
I was gonna ask, you ain't got no, what's your plan?
I don't got one.
Damn. Let me ask you about your production real quick, though. Let me ask you
I can't talk about that either.
No.
I'm trying to get a deal with that. I'm trying to get another deal.
Shit. All right, cool. So right now, like, ain't no deals on the table?
Huh?
Like, I'm talking about no music deals. Like, you know what I'm saying? No deals. So
Yeah, I want all deals on my table. I want to sign. Key do not want to be unsigned. That is a myth, bro. Let that shit go. Give me that bag. Oh, man.
But you touring in Asia without it.
I need more. Shit don't stop.
I feel it.
That shit don't stop. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to be on niggas' TV. I wasn't polished enough for that back in the day.
Word. So what's different from back in the day to now, though?
I was a kid.
So you know more about the business and shit.
I'd have shot myself in the leg. I'd have did something to fuck up a long time ago.
Word.
So I'm glad I didn't.
I get money like I